let's configure a SAML SSO on this orchestrator and see how it works. So first of all, I'll be opening the authentication page on this orchestrator. I am running 952, and as you can see, currently no authentication method has been configured on this orchestrator. So I'm going to click plus add new. On the type drop down, I'm going to select SAML, and let me enter a name. I'll call it Entra ID. Okay. First of all, I'm going to copy this ACS URL. The first thing that you have to do is to click this enterprise application page and then create a new application for the orchestrator. So if you start typing HPE Aruba, you will see 3 tiles for each of our orchestrator variant. This tile needs to be selected if your orchestrator is either a self-hosted orchestrator or it's an orchestrator as a service. If you are trying to configure SAML on OrcSP, you will have to select this one. And if you're trying to configure SAML on OrcGE, you'll be selecting this tile here. In my case, I'm running orchestrator in my own VPC in AWS, so it's a self-hosted orchestrator. So I'll be selecting this tile. I'll call it HP Aruba Networking Orchestrator. Click Create. The next thing you have to do is you have to click the single sign-on button here and then click SAML. And then you have to start copying a bunch of things between the orchestrator and the Entra ID portal here. So first, under the basic SAML configuration, you click the edit button. So previously I copied the ACS URL when I was on the orchestrator dashboard. So I'll be pasting it here under entity ID. And I'll be pasting the same URL under reply URL. And going back to the orchestrator, I need to copy this Edge Connect SLO endpoint and paste it under logout URL. So that's it for this page. I'll be clicking save to update my configuration. Okay, that's done. Close this page. And then open the attributes and claims page and copy the third URL here. So we need to copy and paste this on the username attribute here on the orchestrator. And by the way, all of the steps that I'm doing here are available. I am following the instructions on this page, which is applicable for a self-hosted orchestrator. The next step is to download the certificate. Download the certificate. Okay, let me open it on a notepad. This is my certificate. Let me copy the whole thing and paste it on the orchestrator's IDP X509 cert field. Let me copy the Microsoft Entra identifier, this URL, which is mentioned here. And I need to paste it on the issuer URL on the orchestrator. Just one more step here. Use access URL. So it is on the properties tab. user access URL, copy the user access URL and copy it on the SSO endpoint field. And last but not least, select a default role. I'm gonna select super admin and click save. One more thing I need to do, I need to associate the Orchestrator application that we just created with a user account. In my case, I'm already logged into this Entra portal, and I already have a user account called DFernando. So I will be associating my user account with this Orchestrator application that we just created, and that way I don't need to enter a password when logging into the Orchestrator. And like obviously my username is not, this DFernando username is not in the Orchestrator. To the overview tab and click the assign users and groups link. I'm gonna add a user, click select, assign, and that's it. So now I'm gonna log out of this current session, and you can see the new button here, and I should be able to just simply log into the Orchestrator without having to enter any credentials.